Welcome! In today's video I will share 3 quick hacks in Affinity Photo to create stunning portraits. Let's get started. So our first hack is the developer persona. The developer persona quickly enables you to make adjustments to your portrait. Before you open the developer persona, make sure you have a pixel layer selected. If you have imported an image, right click on the layers panel and select rasterize. So let's first copy our layer and then rasterize it. Now we can open the developer persona. In the developer persona, adjust the basic settings first. One thing you probably need to do is to increase the blues and decrease the greens. It's okay to overdo the effects in the developer persona. We will be averaging this adjusted layer later. As this image contains a lot of grain, we are also going to get rid of that by using the noise reduction and get some details back with the detail refinement tool. One final optional step is the curves, to give a little bit more contrast to the image. Once we are happy with the results, press the develop button. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we will average this layer with the original layer to give it a bit more natural look. The next step, our hack number 2, will be contouring and highlighting. We borrow techniques from the world of makeup and cosmetics. The idea is to create more depth and dimension to the face. It's all about playing with the shadows and the highlights to make the face pop. So, how can we achieve this? Of course, with a curves adjustment layer. First, let's do the highlights by adding the first adjustment layer and then brighten the face. We only want this to apply for the cheekbones, so let's invert the curve layer. Now, with white, just paint above the cheekbones. The effect is of course too much. Let's soften it to make sure it blends better by using a blur. Make sure you have the curve layer selected and add the Gaussian blur live filter. Increase the radius until you're happy with it. We will now do the same for the shadows under the cheekbone. But instead of brightening it up, we will darken the shadows. Adjust the opacity to blend in the effect better. This brings us to hack number 3, adding artistic styling by enhancing background colors. Let's add an empty pixel layer. Now we want to pick a background color. Before we do that, adjust the color picker to use an average of 5 pixels. Once we have a color, let's brighten this up. Now, with a large soft brush, tap once on the new pixel layer. This will create a nice color effect. Set the blend mode to overlay. However, for this image, I will use linear burn to also color the sky. We can change the color if needed by using an HSL layer. Repeat this effect for the bottom right and the top right, using green and blue. To further enhance this effect, I will copy the first pixel layer and mask it so a bit of this light shines into her hair and face. Similarly, I will do the same for the blue effect. As a bonus hack, you can always enhance the eyes by using a curves layer. I think the brightness on the right eye is a bit too much. By using a brush with gray color, we can soften the effect. Similarly, we can also make her lips stand out more. Modify the curves layer until you are satisfied with the result. Thanks for watching. I hope you found these hacks useful, and until next time.